And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at a boss that the media are trying to paint as the world's worst, that I actually think was well within his rights to do what he did, and that is, he sacked 900 workers all at once on a Zoom call, weeks before Christmas. Oh, weeks before Christmas. It sounds so terrible, doesn't it? This evil man. Now, the guy that did it is Vishal Garg, and he's the CEO of a mortgage startup. The mortgage startup company is better.com, and the stunning thing is who he sacked. Now, like I say, he sacked 900 workers, which is roughly 15% of his workforce, and it was during a Zoom call. Let's have a quick listen to what he said.
Thank you for joining. I come to you with not great news. This isn't news that you're going to want to hear, but we are laying off about 15% of the company for a number of reasons. The market, efficiency, and performances, and productivity. If you're on this call, you are part of the unlucky group.
Fuck you, dude.
Now, as you can see there, it was pretty brutal, and you can see that the guy that was watching was completely upset, and as you can imagine, it would be quite upsetting to lose your job over a Zoom call, but technology is technology, isn't it? I mean, if you're doing things over Zoom call, it means you're working from home anyway, doesn't it? Wouldn't you be in a boardroom or in a conference room or in the boss's office or something like that if you were in your company? So it seems that part of things that have been screamed at are actually because that's how his company was being run at the moment. Now, the person that recorded that video and that was quite upset has been on GB News, as he does a salt-crying expose and tries to paint this guy as a absolute evil man that had no compassion and no care for the fact that he sacked so many. Well, it turns out that the backlash that he's got from this has actually made him come out and double down. Now, the people he actually sacked were his entire diversity, equity and inclusion team and an extra 650 extra workers. And obviously he's been getting bombarded on Twitter and other places, and he's come out with something that I think is very telling and makes it completely within his remit to be able to do this without ever being classed as an evil person. Listen to this. In a series of messages, the scathing CEO wrote, after the video was published online, Mr. Garg accused hundreds of the now redundant employees of stealing from their colleagues and customers by being unproductive. In a series of messages, the scathing CEO wrote, you guys know at least 250 of the people terminated were working an average of 2 hours a day while clocking 8 hours plus a day on the payroll system. They were stealing from you and stealing from our customers who pay the bills and pay our bills. Get educated. Now, I think that's a perfect way of doubling down. He's actually got rid of quite a few people for taking the proverbial pee, hasn't he? I mean, if they're clocking 8+ hours a day, but actually only working 2 hours, that's productivity, isn't it? And you're well within your right as a company to get rid of staff that are not meeting the standards of productivity, in my honest opinion. But I'd like to know yours. What do you think? Do you think he was a bit of a chat? Do you think he's a bit of a tough guy? I mean, technically, if he is making the accusation that his staff were taking the pee and stealing from the company, is he not well within his rights to get rid of every last one of them? He is, isn't he? So all of this outrage that's being created by the media and by the left is fake outrage, and this guy should be commended for looking after his company, in my honest opinion. There's no point in having 900 staff that are that have no productivity and are not working the way that the contract dictates. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, stay sane. See you on the next one.